again. Today we're going to talk about how to engrave in Rowmark. You might wonder, what is Rowmark? Well, Rowmark is a plastic that can be cut with a laser machine, and what is interesting about this material is that it has an inside of one color and the surface layer is a different color. So you can engrave with your laser machine and remove the top surface. You're going to have something like this and a high contrast engraving. There's different colors for Rowmark. There are even those colors that look like metal, like aluminum, bronze, and more of those. And this is not the only brand. There are multiple brands that create and fabricate this material. There's also this Gemini that you can test on. By the way, I never tested on Gemini. If you have tested before, leave me a comment and see which one you think is better and why. Okay? So we're going to engrave a big sign on this, but I have a trick to do that, and I'll show you in the next short video, so stay with me. Engraving in Rowmark can present its own challenges, as you'll see on this video, but it's nothing complicated to fix. Right now you can see that there is a lot of smoke around the words. Most of them will come out right away when I clean them up. However, you'll notice that the letters itself, they're not a crisp and not white. They're kind of a dirty or messy. Once I clean it up, you'll see better what I'm trying to say. But that also has an easy fix. It's something that I have analyzed on other machines, and I come up with a solution in my camfive machine. Okay, it's almost done. Once I clean it up, you'll see that the text is not as crispy and white as it should be. Let me move the laser head away. Now just a simple cleanup. It's true, most of it is gone. However, if you see a little closer, you'll see that the edges have some few marks, and in certain areas you can see, like on the center of the letter L. I don't know if the camera sees it okay, but it's like a little dirty. Okay, I have to bring it under the light for you to see it clearly. Well, I hope you can see it. I can take a couple of pictures later, but once I do the other engraving below, you'll see what I'm saying. Let's put this into the... Okay, so mainly what I have to do is I have to remove the nozzle from the laser head, which is this, and you see it has a small hole where the beam passes through. However, I have come up with this one, which I have cut with a grinder, so of course it has a bigger hole. And the trick on this is that this has a lot of pressure going through that little hole. That pressure, that air with pressure, pushes all the smoke down into the material again. So that's what makes it a little dirty. This one instead, since the hole is much bigger, it allows for the air to be a little more kind of diffused and doesn't pushes the material and the smoke down again to the material. So let me put this in. Put the air hose back. Now what I'm going to do Let's go back to origin. I'm going to turn the air. The air is located right here, so what I'm doing is gonna reduce a little bit the amount of air. I think that's enough. Never close that air, otherwise you might catch on fire. And what I'm gonna do now is right under the first text that I have engraved, I'm gonna engrave the second one. Let me just make sure I'm right. Yep, right there. Press origin, and now I will just press start. Same settings as before. Once it's done, we're gonna compare the results. Although they are pretty much the same setting on those two passes, the result on the second job is crispier and looks much better. You can see already there is a difference in the color, and I haven't even cleaned it up yet. This is a 100 watt machine, and I'm using only 18% of power. If you notice that there is still a little marks on the engraving, you probably want to give it a second pass or something before you move it. That'll completely get rid of all the spots and blemishes that you might have in the process. Okay, let's see. Move that out again. Clean this up a little bit. There you go. Get some light on it if I can. No, let me get a better angle. Oh, sorry. Okay, I hope you can notice the difference. There's a big difference, especially if you see the actual piece. Matter of fact, the top layer, you can even see the lines of the laser. Yep, on the second one has a much better resolution. Yep. Okay. Well, that was just the test. Now we're gonna do the real job. Okay, I'm ready to send this job. It's a 12 by 12 square with this wording on it. It's pretty much ready. However, I run into a small problem. As I was explaining before, I have that little converter, but when I turn on the big fume extractor, this shuts down. So I'm not gonna use it. You might see a little smoke on the machine, but that's fine because I'm not using the blower, okay? Until I figure out some way to fix that. Okay, so before we do that, I have everything ready to go here. However, you see that the Rowmark it's a little warped and it's a little high. It might not cut it well. So what I'm gonna do is simply put just a piece of tape in there, and I'm gonna ask the machine to cut out last. It's gonna start from this side, it's gonna come like this, and then boom. And I have put back the original nozzle that comes with my camfive machine. It's that is perfect for cutting and use a lot of air. Okay, so here we go. Let me just press the start, and there we go. It's good to cut with a lot of air and with that nozzle, because When cutting, we want a lot of air to remove all the smoke right in between those pieces. So the smoke, once it's out, it all allows for a better cutting. But as I was explaining in the previous video, this might not be good for engraving because it's gonna make the actual text dirty. So it is cutting just fine. Once it's done cutting, I will do the engraving part. But of course I have to replace the nozzle. There you go. Now I will simply get this piece out if I can. Come on, come on. Oh, there you go. Whoa, look at that. Okay, I'll just have to remove the masking. And again, I was saying I'm not using the film extractor, that's why you see a lot of smoke. Okay, that's it. I'll put that back right where it was. And now I'm gonna switch the nozzle. I'll be right back. Okay, it finishes. It looks good. The only thing that I've noticed is that for some reason the letter G is not right, especially at the bottom of it. I'm assuming it was too close to the rail or something. Not sure, but that's an easy fix. I will just resend the letter G, but you'll see what I'm gonna do now. There we go. I'm using a little lower power, but the good thing about that is that I'm gonna do this time vertical engraving. And you know what? I think that looks even better than the other ones. Might have to do one more pass at the whole thing. Oh man, look at the difference. Yep. And the reason why I'm doing it vertically instead of horizontally now is because if I do it too many passes in the same direction, there's gonna be lines very well defined, like groups and stuff, and I don't want to cause that effect. So it's better to do one horizontal, one vertical. That looks so much better. And I don't have to do the whole thing if I don't want to. Just that letter that was a little dirty on the bottom. Done. There you go. And as easy as that, we're done with our science in Rowmark. Hey guys, if you have questions, comments, or maybe pieces of advice that you want to share with us, leave it in the comments down below. And also, if you like this video, give it a like. And if you didn't like, oh well, give it a like anyway. Thank you. Bye.